Hi, I'm Mark Crossley, and you're listening to the Prawn Sandwich Podcast.
How's the bacon, did you say?
Salah! Oh, wow! Oh! Coutinho! It's a goal! Stanislas makes it 3-3! Goodness gracious me! Melo! My goodness! Cross past Dixon, cross comes Adam. Oh, in! The goalkeeper's pass! Steering glass and scored! Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again!
Crociati e tutti campioni, son del Parma i prodi calciatori, vinceranno, sono leoni.
Vivo Deportivo, vamos a ganar este partido. Vivo de primera, Deportivo es directivo, vivo. Vamos a ganar, la afición nos va a apoyar y a sudar y a chillar y a acompañar. Aston Villa, let's go. Aston Villa, let's go. Aston Villa, let's go. Aston Villa, let's go. Aston Villa, let's go.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Prawn Sandwich Podcast. Sorry for the mid-season break, I suppose we could call it. Real life stuff getting in the way. I'm your host, Jamie Jackson, with my co-hosts Nathan Cupid and Dylan McKenzie.
Hello.
I thought you were blanking us there. How's it going, boys?
Not bad. Good to be back.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Bloody real life stuff. Getting on the road.
Apologise for having a birthday.
I guess I feel like I have to apologise for moving to Scotland. Anyway, this week we're jumping two-footed straight into another episode of the Football Manager Chronicles. We are up to the third instalment of season 2, which is going to cover December, January and February. If you've not listened to these episodes previously, then go back on our pages and you'll be able to find them and you can get up to date with how our season's going so far. I'm managing Parma in the 99-2000 database on FM20. Nath's on the same database with Aston Villa, and Dill's rectifying the mess at Deportivo on the FM21 standard database. But I'm going to fire right into mine. Got started. Little recap of how we're doing with Parma. Finished November absolutely flying. Scored like 16 goals in 4 games. And, currently third in the table on 32 points. Roma are top on 34. I've got Gabriel Batistuta out injured, but a young Diego Milito, who I signed from Racing Club, is doing the business with Hernan Crespo up front and Ronaldinho playing just behind them. And so into December, some team, like, I was just like looking through it again then. I just laugh every time I read it. It's not like me to have a save like this. And, anyway, December, what will be December 2000. Now we're in the second season. Some early news from back in England, and Peter Reid is sacked as manager of Sunderland.
Ooh.
Not tempted to jump ship though. I think I'm onto a good thing with Parma this season. But first game in December, away to 10th place Regina on the 4th, and easy 2-0 win with a goal from Hernan Crespo on the 36th minute, and substitute Andrea Pirlo from the bench scoring a penalty on the 75th minute. Had pretty much my strongest team out. Some interesting players for Regina. Martin Lawson, who ended up at Aston Villa in real life.
Yeah.
And Sebastian Fry, who was a terrible Who Am I on a previous quiz episode. In other news, Roma and Juve played each other that weekend and finished 0-0, which puts us level on points with first place Roma. Some good news followed that game as well. Gabriel Batistuta has now resumed full training. So excited to potentially have him back.
Ready to piss the league.
Yeah. Operation Piss the League in full motion. Right. December 12th, home against second bottom Piacenza. Obviously not rushing back a goal straight back into the starting 11. It's Crespo and Milito up front. Pirlo rewarded for his goal scoring exploits in the previous game. Ronaldinho arrested. And it's rampant 4-0 win. Diego Milito on the 28th minute. Andrea Pirlo, another penalty on the 48th. Remember, I've got Fabian O'Neill's out injured as well, so Pirlo's getting a good run at Camilla. Hernan Crespo makes it 3-0 on the 59th minute, and then Dino Baggio getting in on the goals in the 82nd minute. No particularly interesting players playing for Piacenza, but there's an absolute belter coming up soon that I'm looking forward to telling you about. Diego Milito got injured in that game, but only out for a week. And Ciro Ferrara got injured and he's out for 3 to 5 weeks. But it doesn't really matter because I've got Rafael Marquez who can come in and take his place. It is straight into the sides for a trip to Perugia. Andrea Pirlo starts again. Unfortunately, though, he doesn't score in this game. But we still run out 6-0 winners. Was playing Ronaldinho as a second striker because Batistuta's not fit to start, and obviously Milito was out. And in his role, he scored 2 goals, set up another. Andrea Pirlo got an assist. It was goals for Gattuso, Baggio, Boghossian, and Hernan Crespo. Ronaldinho, 9.5 out of 10, man of the match. To be fair, there was only 4 players that didn't get over 9 ratings in that game. 6-0 away win. Lovely stuff. No Nakata for Perugia, who's currently out on loan at Leicester City.
Surprised he's not playing for Parma, if I'm honest.
Where am I fitting him in that team? Where am I fitting him in that team with my array of cams? Teddy Lucic was playing for Perugia, so was Roberto Ayala.
Nice.
That was it for December. I only had the 3 games. Team of the month had 5.
Proud of you.
You what, sorry?
Finding it really hard to be proud of you.
It's just continue.
It doesn't even matter.
I know. Just keep pressing continue. I know Milito obviously becomes mint in from this. He's just young on this. I think he's 20 or something. His attributes aren't particularly great on this save, but he's just absolutely lethal. But I suppose when you've got Pirlo and Ronaldinho putting things on a plate for you. Yeah. So Dino Baggio gave him a new contract that month as well. Board's only given us a B, but it must be because of the horrific financial state. Which I won't reveal how much I'm in debt just yet as we go into January. One signing in January. Obviously, with us having Hernan Crespo, Batistuta, Milito, Ronaldinho can play as a second striker, Antonio Cassano on the bench. I needed another backup striker, and a young Zlatan Ibrahimovic arrives on a free transfer because he was out of contract at Malmo.
God, man. What's the point even playing?
And just to try and claw some and trying to claw some money back, Roberto Breda is sold for 1.49 million. Doesn't even touch the sides of the debt. So after the Christmas break, at home to bottom of the table, Empoli, rotated the players a little bit. Matteo Brighi. I actually researched the pronunciation of his name so I know how to say it right now. after a whole 7 episodes of calling him Brahe, or a whole lifetime of calling him Brahe, to be fair. Gave him a start. Crespo, Batigol, given his first start since injury. And it's Batigol that opens the scoring with a penalty on the 8th minute. So good for him to get back into scoring ways. He's firing blanks in the first couple of games back, coming on as a substitute. 6-2 win. Diego Placente, Rafael Marquez, Gennaro Gattuso, Crespo, and a debut goal in the 84th minute for Zlatan off the bench.
Yeah, of course.
Following on from that, it's a cup game at home to Udinese. Matteo Brighi gets a hat-trick. Young midfielder, doing bits. Obviously, I got to the cup final last season, so it would be nice to have a good cup run again. League table, as things stand, I had a little quick check. After, obviously, the win over Empoli before. Top of the league with 44 points. Roma second on 41. Juve third on 38. Inter fourth on 37. Milan 36. Lazio 35. So the race for fourth is hot enough. But
Don't get too cocky, young man.
I know. So you can remember, well, Juve did the double last year, didn't they? They won the league and they beat us in the cup final. But somehow I've got the Italian Super Cup. So I'm assuming because I was runners-up in the cup,
And they've won the double.
and they've won the double. That's why I'm in the final. I know I won it the season before. I beat Milan. And retain the Italian Super Cup with a 1-0 win. Lilian Thuram on the 22nd minute.
Yes. Love it.
Fair dues.
Dino Baggio got injured in that game, out for 2 weeks. That was on the 13th of January. Obviously, the January transfer window's up and running, so keeping an eye out on transfers abroad. Ray Parlour moves to Leeds for £10 million from Arsenal.
That's a good signing.
And he must have had a word with Nwankwo Kanu because he's followed him as well to Leeds for £20 million from Arsenal.
Jesus.
Uncle Peter's flashing the money out again.
I know. What's that video? I always see that video popping up. Peter Ridsdale in that press conference, who's like, "Did we overspend? Yes, but did we live the dream?" Something like that. Back to league action on the 17th of Jan. Home game against Torino, and listen to this for a Torino left winger, Jason Wilcox.
Unreal.
Backed up with Eric Edman at left back.
Oh, it's a tough left side to get past, mate. There's a lot of pace there. A lot of pace and creativity.
I can't even be arsed, Nave.
He's a baller, Jason Wilcox.
He actually, well, he certainly is because he assisted Antonio Aston on the 18th minute to give Torino the lead.
Oh, yeah.
Of course he did.
But Hernan Crespo equalised on the 41st minute before Ronaldinho got us the 2-1 win on the 62nd minute, assisted by Hernan Crespo. The following week, away to Udinese, who are 7th in the table. And it's Gabriel Batistuta with an early goal again on the 1st minute. Ronaldinho on the 6th minute. Udinese pull one back through Roberto Muzzi on 13 minutes before Milito of Ronaldinho make it 4-1 in the second half. And Enrique De Lucas on the 91st minute. Remember him? Got a consolation back for Udinese. It finishes 4-2. And
it's infuriating.
UEFA Cup draw has been made. I've been drawn against Slavia Prague in the next round, so avoiding some massive clubs again.
George Rose on a million.
Absolute joke. Your save is an absolute joke. Honest to God, it's not even funny anymore.
But before we can, to round off January, it's a cup quarter final away to Juventus, who have just recently beat in the Italian Super Cup. So I was quietly confident that we'll be able to do it again. I put the strongest side possible out and got absolutely humped.
Finally.
Brought right back down to earth. Man of the match, Sol Campbell, opened the scoring for them on the 40th minute.
Obviously, Big Sol.
Pipo Inzaghi got another 2 for them, and Jonathan Bonotto, set up by Sol Campbell, got the 4th before Gabriel Batistuta got a consolation late on. Dicked 4-1 away to Juve. Man of the match, Sol Campbell, pulling the strings and bagging the goals.
Unreal. Some say he's still pulling strings.
So that was 25 million they paid for him.
Bargain.
That was how I got Giro Ferrara. So next up, the 1st of February, it's a home tie against Lecce. And I'm thinking, right, gonna right the wrongs of that 4-1 defeat. I've got Diego Milito, Batistuta up front, Ronaldinho just behind them, Gattuso, who's been bagging, Baggio, who's been bagging in midfield. Don't see much threat from them. Don't see a strong defence. Can't score. 0-0. Absolutely horrific. Awful.
Big Sol's in his head.
Yeah. Lecce went down to 10 men as well and couldn't do it. Which got us worrying a bit because next up it was Slava Prague.
Oh, he must be terrified.
Yeah, away in the UEFA Cup. So
after all them hand-drawn ties you've had in the European Cup anyways.
But after throughout this save in the UEFA Cup, I've been rotating the side like massively. And I know like we joke about like how good like my backup strikers and stuff are and all that, but Mark Vivian Foe is the absolute hero of my UEFA Cup run. Is not played in weeks, like not started in weeks, probably not since the UEFA Cup. And man of the match performance here as we win 3-0 in Prague. He scores, doesn't get an assist, but like just runs the show. Played him as a box-to-box midfielder. He was absolutely class. Fabian O'Neill back in the side. Scored as well. Penalty in the 47th minute. And Crespo had got the other. Well, absolutely love Foe in this UEFA Cup run. Like
that is a good signing. Like
4 days later, it's a trip to Rome to face Lazio. Again, put the strongest side out possible. Probably should have kept Foe in rather than bring Gattuso back in. Because despite taking the lead on the 7th minute, Marcelo Salas scores a brace and we go down 2-1.
Oh, he's lost a game.
I've lost a game after God knows how, well, apart from that cup game, but lost a game in the league since I can't mind.
The start.
No, I've not lost a home game. I've never lost a home game on this save so far. And that's not about to change on the 11th of February when Slavia Prague come to town for the second leg. Rotate the side quite like even more so. I start Ibrahimovic and Milito up front. Perlo, O'Neill, Briggy. No beating around the bush. It was 5-0. Diego, it's getting boring watching goals flying. I've had to turn the replays off. Diego Milito, a brace for Fabian O'Neill, Zlatan and Andrea Pirlo. 2 assists for Pirlo as well. A great performance for him. Draw for the next round, pits us against Feyenoord. So it's slightly tougher opposition. That's Roy Mackay's Feyenoord at the time, I think.
Aye, against your 12 strikers.
You're just telling yourself that now, like.
I know, because he was already at Depot. I'm full of shit.
Didn't know Sepp Blatter was a Parma fan.
on the 20th of February, it's an emotional return to Florence for Gabriel Batistuta, who scored when we played them at Parma. And they've really felt shit, Fiorentina, even though they've got Esteban Cambiaso and Juan Riquelme in midfield. They're 11th in the table. And we take the lead there. Diego Placente, who is now getting like 8s and 9s every game, by the way, is ousted Vinoli for the most part. And is now definitely my first choice left back. He opens the scoring on the 3rd minute.
Not a fan of that, mate.
Also gets an assist in a 4-0 win with Gattuso on the 47th minute. And then on the 66th minute, Gabriel Batistuta had to be, scores against his former team, and then 3 minutes later scores again before having a goal disallowed in the 91st minute to deny him a hat-trick, which would have been unreal.
Cold-hearted bastard, Jackson.
Yeah, but we're still top of the league. Headlines read Batistuta gets one over on Fiorentina, but I don't really see it's like getting one over. It was just it was like such an, even on the game it's emotional there.
Well, there's a reason they're 11th in the league, mate. It's because you've got the Jav that scored 2 against them.
I know, to be fair, they finished 4th last season. I took back a goal from that side and they've absolutely plummeted. They've still got Chiesa, but it's not quite the same, is it?
No.
On the 28th of February, last day of the month, 16th place Genoa. I've got them away, and Christ, I forgot about it. We win 5-1. Ronaldinho with 2 goals. Van Bommel scoring his first ever goal for the club, mind.
Oofed.
Hernan Crespo. Ronaldinho missed a pen, which would have got him a hat-trick. And Marc-Vivien Foé off the bench gets a lead goal. And Neil Ardley scores for Genoa.
Get him! I love the way till he's going.
Jason Wilcox, Neil Ardley. They had Phil Neville on loan at Udinese last season.
Place to be.
So absolutely class that, Neil Ardley. Like that rounds up my 3 months, the December through to February. Sneak look into the next 3 months. It's eventful. But we might need a full episode on by myself. But top of the league, 57 points, played 23 games. Roma are still chasing us in second, but they've played a game more on 54 points. Juve, 22 games, 50 points. Milan, 22 games, 49. Inter, 22 games, 47. Lazio, 23 games, 43. So it's kind of looking like it's going to be between us, Roma, and Juve. I can't see Milan. Harry Kewell's AC Milan catching up with us, to be fair. £9 million in debt.
Love it. History's repeated itself.
Yeah, I'm finding it quite funny, to be fair. Like, this would be stressing me out massively in any normal save, but I'm just short term, don't care. Despite being top of the league, it's still just a B rating from the board. A quick fire through some Parma stats. Crespo and Ronaldinho, my joint top scorers with 14 goals apiece. Batigol, despite missing 3 months of the season, has 12 goals. Diego Milito has 11. And Gattuso has 6. Most creative players, Dino Baggio has 10 assists. Ronaldinho has 8. And Diego Placente has 8. Just as creative as Ronaldinho.
Ridiculous.
Well, that's my December to February, lads.
Not to even ask.
Wow.
Yeah, just wow.
So
Fair play.
flying,
Fair play.
confident now. Now I'm out the cup as well. I wanted to win it, mind. Like as I say, I put my strongest side possible out at Juve. Wasn't happy that Sol Campbell inspired them to a 4-1 win, but hey, there you go. So Sol Campbell, of course, another Englishman playing in Syria.
Exactly, man. It's a place to be.
Move on, shall we? Who wants to go next?
I don't mind, Gan. I've got a winter break and all, so
Go on then, Dill.
yeah.
Go on then, Dill. We'll fast forward to modern times. Dill's
Deportivo.
experience in Spain.
Right, so a little flashback. So finished November, banging form. Liam Delap's took to the Spanish Isles very well. November's player of the month with 6 goals in 4 games. We're 9 unbeaten. Sitting in second, 6 points behind Barcelona B, who I forgot. I had a look at their team, and they have like Mariba and Pedri in centre mid. You know, the ones that go through to the first team in real life.
Aye.
So I was like, all right, fair play. And is it Meninguez, centre half, and that the ones that like a lot of them have played for the team anyway. 3 points above Almeria and 7 above Zaragoza in 4th. After Jay's question last time, I researched it. The top 2 go up, and then it's the playoffs. So it's not as bad as the last divisions.
Not as bad as D2B or whatever it was.
So anyway, in December, right at the start, the very 1st of December, after being linked with Schalke and Rennes, the board offered me a 4-year deal, which I gladly signed.
Nice. Do you see when you get a new contract? I proper plummet my wages there, so it doesn't affect my wage budget.
I balance it out because I read once that it also affects how much they can sack you, because when you go insecure and that.
Aye.
You go like very insecure dead quick.
If you're on more money,
it costs them nothing to sack you.
Oh right.
So if you drop it to like a grand
shit.
a week because you're not asked, because you're just a Football Manager. If you like lose like in the games and they're not paid, they can get rid of you straight away because it doesn't cost them anything.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck that! I always ask for more.
Oh man, I thought it was beating the system, but oh shit.
No,
I'm always like, I've got virtual bairns to feed and that.
Yeah. So the next day, Jermaine Defoe comes at my office. He's completed his first coaching badge. But unfortunately, Uche Agbo, who started centre midfield, is out for 3 weeks, and right back Valin's out for a week with a pulled groin. So on the 5th of December, we play 17th place Fuenlabrada. 2 changes. Harvey White comes in, so I now have a midfield tier of Conor Hourihane and Harvey White. Played for Deportivo. Young right back from the academy, Trilly, makes his first appearance for the club. Lara hits the post, but unfortunately we go 1-0 down, and it's 1-0 at half time. Straight after the break, 49th minute, 2-0 down, thinking, my run's coming to an end. Just frothing at it, went 4-2-2-2 is my system, and we win a penalty, and Roland stepped up and scored it, because I brought him and Defoe on. Roland then made it 2-2, and then Tony Moyer, who came on for Harvey White, scored an absolute worldie, and we win 3-2.
Oofed.
What a
game, mate. What a game.
Comeback win. Straight after, with January Lumen, Reiko, who is a cam, and centre-half Granero, who I haven't played since he got sent off in September, handing transfer requests. Trilly signs in a new 2-year deal after a good debut. I didn't just do it because of that. He has alright stats for his age. And I thought, decent backup. And we have been drawn against Mallorca in the Spanish Cup first round. Hopefully wanted a cup run this year since my disappointment last year. So on the 11th, it's the big game. We travel to Barcelona to play Barcelona B. First v second. 3 changes made. Roland starts after his penalty, but I put him in cam. I put him behind Delap. Valin's back. Put him in for Trilly, and Moya's in for Harvey White. Tough start. Getting absolutely dominating the ball, but then Liam puts us 1-0 up.
Okay.
They have a throw in. He robbed it and scored it. Nice to do that, considering it happens against me all the time. It happens. 75th minute. Oriol Zaraga off the bench comes on to make it 2-0. Gan mental in the living room, even though it's Barca B. Doesn't matter. 80th minute, they make it 2-1. The scorer was Alba, but I don't think he's any relation to him. He had a weird first name. But we see the game out, win 3-2, win 2-1, and the gap is down to 3 points.
Lovely stuff.
Top of the league.
Like Barca B on like the new. I always rate them on current saves.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Always rate them.
Yeah. The other good thing is Almeria lost, so I'm now a 6-point gap to third.
Oh, sick.
So that was actually a massive win. Mets now are wanting Diego Roland too. He's got like 8 clubs wanting him. So 4 days later, Spanish Cup midweek, away to Mallorca. I know I said I wanted a good run, but after that game, they were absolutely on their ass. Like, so I made 7 changes and go 1-0 down after 26 seconds. However, Trilly just signed his new deal, gets his first goal for the club. Somehow continues my fullback scoring. But we go 2-1 down after 12 minutes and then 3-1 down after 31 minutes. Not good. Changed at half time, but we go 4-1 down straight away, and then the game finishes 5-1. Obviously, you're pissed off, but I thought, I made loads of changes. Until then, I looked at that. I lost 5-1, and they had 8 shots, and 5 went in. So I was
That's
just
disgusting.
What are they in the La Liga?
No, I think I beat them early in the season. No, they're in the same league as me. Yeah, I beat them like ended my last game in November. Beat them all away with my first full team out, but they had 7 changes. They probably didn't, so can't really complain. So on the 19th, we have Alaves at home, who have came down from the Liga. So they're in 6th at the minute. First team all back out. We're throwing water bottles in the changing room. Want a reaction after that shit. And after 7 minutes, Nemecha puts us 1-0 up. Quickly later, Sabata makes it 2. Agbo with the assist, making his return. And 3-0 at half time. Roland converts a penalty. Just for anyone who listened to the first series, Borges isn't starting anymore. That's why he's not on pens. Conor Hurahan is firmly in that deep lying play.
Justice for Borges. Justice for Borges.
Conor Hurahan and Agbo, man, they've made it their own. Right after half time, the same goal scorer, same assist. Agbo to Sabata, 4-0. 5-0. Centre half Montero comes up for a corner. And then straight from kickoff, we make it 6. So run out. They miss a pen as well and finishes 6-0. So happy with a clean sheet. Got the reaction I wanted after the cup disappointment. And there's more kickoffs in the media because yet again, Nigeria have not called Agbo up, but this time it was for the African Cup of Nations. So the boy's devastated.
Oh no! I mean, it's good news for you.
It's good news for me, but they haven't called him up. And I generally think on the game, who have you got in centre mid because he's class for me. there's like 4 La Liga teams won him, 2 from France won him, and like you won't pick him. Like, So that's the end of December winter break. So we sit second on 46 points. There's still 3 points behind Barca B. They just keep winning after we beat them. But I am now 8 points clear of Almeria in third.
That's looking like
the Lap's my top goal scorer with 12, and centre back Montero on loan from Atletico Madrid has a 7.27 average rating for games. So I'm happy with that. Sabata my most assists with 6. And yet again, Agbo is injured, and this time he's out for 4 to 7 weeks. So this
Oh, man.
Who a sod.
He'd have missed the African Cup of Nations anyway.
I don't know. A host of clubs, I didn't write them down, but I had a host of bids for Diego Roland, 1.7, 1.8, and 1.9 million. One of them was from Moda, but I was like, I don't want to give him away for just now. But because of that, he's handed in a transfer request.
Of course.
Yeah. So I have 4 people on transfer requests now. Centre back Granero, Cam Reiko, Carmel striker Roland, and striker Jermaine Defoe.
Was that? I thought Joe was. Did Defoe not get the work permit to go to St Johnstone? Was that what happened?
No, I rejected because they're bidding £0. They wanted him
Oh, of course, yeah,
they wanted
yeah.
him for now. So I was like, no. And I was still paying him to do a coaching badge course, so he can get fucked with that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not paying you for your course, mate. So you just go to St Johnstone.
I can't believe I just thought Jermaine Defoe would need a work permit to go to St Johnstone.
I know.
You need a permit to get to Scotland.
However,
I live there. What the fuck?
with January coming up, I started accepting bids, looking at players' deals, and a lot of them weren't going to sign new deals, wouldn't enter contract talks, and they're up in the summer. So a bid of £1,000 is accepted for Defoe from Murcia. So can go and play in the lower leagues of Spain, still live in Spain. Unreal centre half in the first season, but hasn't really played this one. Much as Sadik, I accepted a 1.7 million from Werder Bremen. He just flat out won't sign a new deal, so just get rid. And I accept the 2 million offer from Metz for Diego Roland, and the deal will go through in the summer.
Oh, that's all right then.
That's a good one, that one.
Yeah, I've still got him for this remainder of the season. Personal accolade for December, I won my first manager of the month, and I still have my A+ from the board, and the bank balance is 12 million. I know Jay doesn't care about his, but one of my objectives I had to sort the cash flow out in Depot.
Fair play,
good,
that.
Yeah,
Getting that up to 12, that's really good.
got it up to 12. So we start off January with some money in the bank. I got Zabata signed to a new 3-year deal. One of my Mint Cams. Strasbourg meet the release clause for Uche Agbo of 2 million
God.
paid. However, because of his wages, he wanted a payoff from Depot, which I rejected, and the deal is cancelled. He won't go without his payoff. So
Cut his nose off to spite his face there, prick.
yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah.
It's all about the money.
I have for myself a loan bid accepted for Roberto Lopez from Real Sociedad accepted. So hopefully he'll be coming in. So first game in January is against Tenerife, who are in 21st. Glad about home because it's a shithole little island. So
Jose Mackenzie over here.
Lara and Moya are in for Agbo and Roland. And in 7 minutes ago, 1-0 down, fuming. But we will quickly reply, and Nemecha makes it 1-1 with a dink. I love the dinks on this game, though. Class.
Aye.
Yeah.
Unreal. We got 2-1 up. Conor Hurahan converts a penalty. He's on pens now with Roland going away. Obviously, nice to have him, but I'm not going to start playing you when I can get my other cams more minutes.
Absolutely.
But he does come off the bench, Roland, and he makes it 3-1. So it's 8 straight wins in the league for Depot at the minute. Confirmed, Sadik joins Werder Bremen and Defoe joins Nemercia. So they've gone out. Zaraga injured in training. And Roland now has rejected the offer to go to Metz because he's now going to join Guangzhou on a free transfer on 55 grand a week.
Oh, no.
In the summer.
Get that
So
China money.
I for him, but like Dill's lost out on a
I'm
transfer
not
fee
getting
now.
I'm not getting the 2 mil, but you know what it is. He's always going to go for that, isn't he?
55 grand a week.
Yeah, Guangzhou, pre-contract, 55 grand a week. For someone who scored 4 goals in last season.
I hate it when it like one of the Chinese clubs comes in for your players on FM21 or like when you're just playing the newer ones, and it's for a squad player that you'd happily see go, and they don't. You're being offered Jags and they just won't. I was like, oh.
Yeah, ridiculous. Right, so on the 9th we had Ibar away, another ex-La Liga team. Roland comes in for the injured Zapata, and I'm not gonna lie, like my squad was starting to look thin with like my players who had left and the few injuries I've been picking up. We go 1-0 up though, Nemecha scores. They get a red card and we take advantage. Left back Salvaris puts 2-0 up, and then Zapata comes on to make it 3-0. He wasn't fully fit, but that's how Bedford and my squad is. I had to get him on, even though his heart thing wasn't fully
Yeah.
Roberto Lopez, the cam, rejected us, unfortunately. So I fired in permanent bid to see if that would tease him away. So we'll see how that goes. And unfortunately, Crotone in Italy have bid 1.2 million for Valin, my right back. So I was like, oh shit.
Your squad's getting decimated, pal.
I know, getting absolutely rinsed.
Well, on that, the first January signing comes in. Pedro Ailman joins on loan from Valencia till the end of the season. He's a cam. People who listen, I play 3 cams in my formation. 4-2-3-1, but knee wingers, just 3 cams. And centre back Borja Granero joins Fuenlabrada, who we just beat, leaving me with only 2 recognised centre backs. In Bergantinos, who's ancient as fuck. Oh no, he's not. He's my CDM who can play centre half. It's Montero and Danny Calvo. So Lopez rejected us again, but not as bothered since I've got Ailman in. And Crotone come back for Valin with 1.7, but I rejected again. So I don't want him to go. It's too good. And other good news for us, Barca B drew with Zaragoza, so I've got a chance to go 1 point behind them now.
Oh, nice.
And we host Lugo, who are 21st on the 16th of January. No changes. Ailman's on the bench. 1-0. Liam Delap again from a Nemecha through ball. Got a nice little link up them too. Must have worked on it at City in training.
Love it.
And then 2-0 up, Delap again. Ailman comes on for his debut. 4.5 second half. Now it really happened. Finished 2-0. So 1 point off and 10 wins in a row. Crotone come back again with a 2.1 million bid for Valin. Like, no, man, will you just piss off and rejected it? It's one of them where it's going up, but I haven't got the squad.
No. What's his release clause?
I think it's 2.5.
That's cozy.
Remember, I got into a new deal when the West Ham Brexit move fell through.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's 2.5. I'm sure it is.
That's getting creepily close, though.
It is.
I know. Agbo's back in training, and sub left back Hector Hernandez, who never plays, signs a pre-contract with CN in France. And finally, we sign a centre back. I'd made a bid for a few lads, but I haven't wrote them down because it just got nowhere. And this might come as a shock, but for 2.7 million on a 2-year deal, Semi Ajayi joins from West Bromwich Albion.
Moved.
Nigerian centre half.
Big Sam vibes, love it.
Is he not at the African Cup of Nations?
He mustn't have been because he came straight away.
No, I love it.
So,
That's what you want.
yeah, no.
Keep Agbo happy and all,
Yeah.
pal.
So my weekend game was postponed. Chance to see how Barca B and Almeria do, who they're the ones that are still buzzing about us. Signed a striker, Simone Mazzocchi, signed from Atalanta for 500k.
Oh, I've had him before.
Yeah, he comes in.
I had him on a Palermo save.
But with like Roland going, that I was like, right, I'll get him in. Defoe's gone, so it's like him and Delap now. Roland's getting bare time up front. I'm not wasting my time on you, Paul. Almeria beat Elche 4-2, so they closed the gap on us. But Barca B drew again 1-1 with Oviedo, which means a midweek win sends me top of the league.
Oh, get in.
Oh.
And I'm playing Alcacron away on the 26th. Aylman and Sabata start for Roland and Lara. Ajayi, Agbo, and Masochi come on the bench. So we go 1-0 up. Centre half Montero. Obviously, Ajayi's came in, so he's like, right, we'll throw this and it's that bagging and that. Mahurahan free kick. We get a penalty, but Connor misses it.
Oh, no way.
Right.
But to get his 15th goal of the season, Liam Delap puts us 2-0 up.
Get in.
They're all league goals as well.
That
I
man.
love it.
That man.
Yeah. Masochi comes on for his debut, but unfortunately they make it 2-1 in the 85th minute. But we see it out, and Deportivo are top of the league.
It's unreal. Unreal run you're on.
So this run at the minute's quality.
I know, genuinely pure buzzing for you.
Yeah, pure.
I was pure buzzing when I was doing this, just because how bare my squad was. I was like, how am I keeping this up? It's gonna fucking die soon, eh? I mustn't have read it. It must be 2.5 because it's ready here. Sorry, listeners. This save I completed the season quite a while ago, so I'm remembering things as I go along. I rejected a 2.6 million bid from Crotone for Valin, so it must be near the 3 mil mark.
Yeah.
Because I rejected 2.6 million. So on the last day of January the 31st, we travel to 6th place Genoa. No changes. Genoa hit the bar in the first half, but it's 0-0 at half time, pure boring. Oriol Zaraga comes off the bench, makes it 1-0 to Depot in the 58th minute. Tense as anything game, knackered legs, but we see it out for a 1-0 win.
Love it.
We're all right here. Yeah. So deadline day comes. I offer 850k for Met centre-back Mamadou Fofana. Unfortunately, a young centre-back called Juan Rodriguez has rejected a new deal and will sign with Elche in the summer. Good about that because he had decent stats. Took up the sell now option. Fuck him, get him out. 54k in the bank. And Brentford have met Agbo's release clause.
Oofed.
So a championship club he could be going to. But he's rejected them. Stayed with Depot again.
Must be because he signed his pal.
I've got mates now. I'm staying.
Unfortunately, Fofana rejects me and goes to Amiens instead in France. Probably haven't said that right. And then I have a 140k bid for Lyon centre half, Nikete Nadai accepted. And finally, the transfer is completed and Nadai signed a 2-year deal. So I bolted my centre half.
Good man.
Reiko leaves for 200k, so I made that money back straight away and a little bit more. This is a team I'd never even heard of. They're called Feral Ipasalo. Whatever that is.
Decent.
And Wilndo slam shut. Spent 3.3 million, hopefully in the promotion push. Named January Manager of the Month again. So Manager of the Month, 2 months on the bounce with a 100% record. Still got my A+, and we're looking all right going into February. So I'll finish up on February, boys. I'll bash through this. I know I've talked a while, but I told my January was quite extensive at the end. On the 9th, we go away to Eibar, 13th place. Roland on for Shibata. Oh, no. I'll have a different page. Wrong one, sorry. February. Big shock in the third. Almeria, who were third, beat Atletico Madrid in the Spanish Cup.
Oofed.
And all I was hoping for is, I hope yous are fucked because I played them on the Sunday.
The gassed lads, we've got it.
So I have Almeria at home on the 3rd of February. Agbo in for Moya and Zaraga in for Pedro Aylman. And in the first minute, Delap pounces on that tired defence to make it 1-0.
Yes.
He's becoming a hero in the town. We go 2-0 up. Delap sets this one up for Zabata. He gets another one. He's been mint this season. Pure love him. That's in the 13th minute. And then the 45th minute at halftime, Conor Hourihane bags a 30-yard free kick. So I thought, let's just take the piss out of these boys. Aji's on for his debut at centre half. Mazzocchi came on, scored, but unfortunately it's ruled offside. Bless him.
No.
Finishes 3-0. So big win. Vallecano beat Barca B 2-1. So I now have a 4-point lead at the top of the table and a 13-point gap to third place Almeria.
It's HMS pissed the league.
Get in, eh?
13 wins in a row, 18 unbeaten, both second division records, and a youth player called Jeremy Hernandez, who's a Cam signs a new 3-year deal. He's got 3.5-star potential.
Put your slippers on, Dill. Like a cigar.
Walking it, man.
13th February, so a decent break for the lads. Get a bit of rest. We had Malaga at home, another big team for that league. I know they shit themselves in money, didn't they, in the foot? But
Yeah.
11th, they are. No changes. The Metro scores, but it's offside. All over them. Get a man sent off. Penalty chalked off by VAR. And they go 1-0 up from a free kick. So I'm like, here we go. It's FM's back. However, Pedro Ailman comes off the bench to grab his first goal for the club, and we rescue a 1-1 draw. So, unfortunately, my winning streak's gone. 13 wins, but 19 unbeaten. And the board now comes, not the board, we're in the change rooms after it, and Felix Mecha announces he is now fluent in Spanish.
Oh, nice.
Love
I
it.
hope he announced it in Spanish.
So he's finished his course. So on the 19th, 6 days later, we went away to Las Palmas. Another team dropped out of La Liga. They're in 15th, so they must be in the shit. Danny Calvo suspended, so Semi Ajayi makes his first start at centre half, and Pedro Ailman and Lara come in for Zibata and Zaraga. Just getting freshness with this at the minute. We go 1-0 up, and Nemecha gets his 5th goal of the season on a counter-attack, but we are pulled back straight away to 1-1. However, Liam Delap puts us 2-1 up. Bagsman. Lara with the assist. Pedro Ailman gets his 2nd goal for the club to put us 3-1 up. Mahurahan assist. He's a gun up. And then Big Semi makes it 4-1. First goal.
Big Semi.
And then Pedro gets his 2nd of the game. Pedro Ailman, it's now 5-1 with a dink after the break. Great performance. 20 games unbeaten. Only bad news is Tony Moyer's pulled his groin. He's out for 6 to 10 days. And Salva Ruiz, who starts every game at left back, has an ankle injury. He's out for 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so just finished February, lads. Again, sorry. I feel like I'll rant on. But I love the game. I say, left back's ruled out, and you cannot write this fucking FM bollocks. George Valin, the next day in train, is out for 10 days to 2 weeks with a thigh injury. So both starting fullbacks out. 2 changes I have to make. I've got Albacete, who is sitting in 10th at home. He's my last game in February. Trilly comes in, obviously, but because Hector Hernandez is gash and leaving, I played Danny Calvo, my centre half, at left back and kept Ajayi in. No, moved Montero to left back because he left footed, sorry, and put Calvo back in with Ajayi. Half time 0-0, full time 0-0. Total of 2 highlights in the whole Footy Manager.
Oh, God.
So I'm still top, but because of those draws I've had, I'm only top on head to head.
Oofed.
That's a throwback, that.
Yeah. And just to, not going to lie, just to piss me off a little bit more, I still have my A+ from the board, but I'm on a C- for results.
Because of 2 draws.
21 games unbeaten. 1-1 for results. You mad?
Depot board are getting a bit above themselves now, I think.
I know.
They think I've got... Oh, pure pissed me off, eh? I was like, where's that 4-year deal? You can take that back. Oh yeah, finish it off, lads. Obviously, said top of the league, head to head, A+, 21 unbeaten, Delap top scorer in the league. It's looking good going into March.
Lovely.
That's absolutely unreal, mate.
Really enjoyed that.
Thank you very much. We'll head to the Midlands, shall we?
Yeah.
And
Let's go back in time to Birmingham.
off to Aston.
Yeah. We've had Jay Chopperley and Dylan's Deportivo Armada. So
Dylan's Armada. Love it.
Dylan's Spanish Armada. So it's
Yeah, Chopley, that's mint.
so quick recap for my flying villains. We're into the third round of the UEFA Cup. Doing quite well in the league. Sat 5th in the Premier League. Basically, it's a massive turnaround from last season. I'm a lot happier. I haven't had a beard in any of these episodes. So, so we're doing well.
Went full Roy Keane. Good not doing well last season.
So, obviously sat 5th in the Premier League, and you'll be happy to know that there is no international games in these 3 months. So there's no island squads or anything like that. So we start December with the third round of the FA Cup draw. So obviously I've set that as a goal to try and win the thing. And we get Oxford away. So like, right, these are a team below Bolton who I got beat off last season. So they're in like Division 1, right? Bolton were in the Championship. Well, let's say like, yeah, so Division 2 back then is Oxford. So right, sound. We'll walk this round. So I'm happy with that.
I don't want to know.
So then, first game in December is an away league fixture against Jose Mourinho's Sheffield Wednesday.
I forgot that.
Starting lineup: David James in goals, Mark Delaney right back. Centre-back partnership of Dean Richards and Hugo Ehiog because Gareth Southgate's injured. Steve Staunton at left-back. Stilian Petrov at the bottom of the diamond. Right wing, Sean Wright-Phillips. Left wing, Trevor Sinclair. Top of the diamond, Benito Carbone. And up front, goal force of Matt Jansen and Dion Dublin. And we scrape a 1-0 win. Molderman comes off the bench in the 81st minute and bags. So December's off to a good note. And we're still unbeaten as well. And then we go at home, back to Villa Park against Leeds United. 2-0 win. Goals from Dion Dublin and Benito Carbone.
Ooh, that's a good lead side, that as well.
Oh, it's a very good lead side. And stick the knife even further in on Mr. O'Leary. We've gone and cost him his job. So go and get beat. O'Leary gets the sack. It's like, sorry, David, lad. But I did offer him a job in the coaching staff of the Island setup, and he said no. So we're doing quite well in the league. Still 5th. Other results like ebbing and flowing, but we're still staying 5th in the league. So I'm quite happy with that. And then we go away to St James's Park against obviously Newcastle United in the league, and we get beat 2-1. So I think Newcastle United are going to be my bogey team this season. Goals from Alan Shearer took the lead, and then immediately straight afterwards we got an equaliser with Carbone, and then a late winner for Newcastle from Timu Tainio.
No,
Seals a 2-1 win.
That's a shame his went there. I like
yeah.
Didn't mind about us, aye.
And that defeat sees us lose a 12-game unbeaten run in the Premier League. So a little bit disappointed with it, but you can't win everything. And then back to Villa Park, Arsenal come to town, and I was a little bit sceptical as like, you know, we've lost, so now in true Nathan Cupid style, when you lose, the arse falls out. But we managed to win 2-0.
Oofed.
Nice.
Dublin and Carbone again with the goals. So I was rather happy to see out, like, you know, get back from a defeat and get back with a win against Arsenal as well. So pretty good. And then we move into a midweek game, the quarterfinals of the Worthington Cup against Stoke City.
Nice.
Oh, they must be in the division below or something as well.
Yeah, they're in the Division 1. And we go and win 4-0.
Yes.
Get in.
Sinclair, Ehiog, Wesley Sneijder and Carbone. Because I've kind of decided I'm just going to go all out now. Like, why not?
So you're into the semis now?
I am into the semi-finals of the League Cup, yes.
Yes.
And then after that, I thought I'll rest a couple of lads. They bring Southgate back in. Ehiogs had a bit of a good run. Just swap it about, bring Teddy Sheringham in up front. And we go and play Sunderland away, and we go and win 5-3, but it was very, very edgy at times. 3-1 down at one point. Sunderland's goals
Jeez.
came from Mickey Gray, Niall Quinn, and Hassan Kashlul. And so I just had to I had to bring them back on. So I brought Carbone and Matt Jansen off the bench, and Carbone goes and gets a hat trick. Jansen scores, and then Sinclair seals it to win 5-3. So I was a bit like, ooh, that was a close one. And then Newcastle come to Villa Park in the league. It's quite a quick. Like I wasn't expecting to play them that fast, but we were, and we managed to scrape a 1-1 draw. But we were winning. Matt Jansen scored in the 20th minute, and then in the 93rd minute, Oscar Garcia gets an equaliser for Newcastle. So I was like, oh,
They love a late goal against you.
Oh,
I just can't beat them there.
After the Intertoto Cup
Yeah, I know.
games, like they're pure like your enemy on this.
That's my team. Maybe I should have thought about it, because every single time we've played them after that, it's been, we know what happened against these last time. Let's go out and get revenge, and it just hasn't worked. But immediately after that game, we're hit with a major injury crisis, and Benito Carbone is injured for 6 weeks with a damaged cruciate ligament.
Ooh.
So there's no, it's a bit of a nightmare. But I can play Moldovan in cam if I wanted to. Or Schneider.
I was going to say, you've got a young Wesley Sneijder there, but he's only about 17 or something, isn't he?
Yeah. But I've got Super Teddy as well. Super Teddy can play there. Last game of December, away at Ewood Park against Blackburn Rovers, a 1-1 draw. Egil Ostenstad opened up the scoring in 5 minutes, and it took me a while to get the equaliser with Trevor Sinclair, but we got there in the end. After December, we're up to 3rd in the league, behind Tottenham Hotspur and Man United. I haven't had a chance to look, but I think Man United are in the top 2. But we're 3rd, so we're doing really well. And the semi-final of the League Cup gets drawn, and we've got a 2-leg tie against West Ham.
Oh, that's winnable, eh? That's winnable. That's winnable.
That's not bad.
Trevor Sinclair's written in the stars, man.
You know the other tie?
It's Leicester and someone.
All right.
That's just off the top of my head. I'm sure it's like Bolton or someone like that.
You don't want them to put you out the cup last season.
So we go into January, 3rd in the league, 3rd round of the UEFA Cup, semi-finals of the League Cup. Transfer window opens.
Oh, here we go.
So if you remember, I put in a bid for Steve Finnan.
Yeah.
Because Rising are once away. Barnsley accept. Steve Finnan's like, no, I don't want to go to Aston Villa. Which is bizarre, because he's like my first choice right back with the Ireland set up. So I took it a bit personal. So I left it. I nearly considered taking him out the national pool, but I thought, no, I kind of need him at right back for Ireland. So, but Michael Reisiger joins Dynamo Kiev. So I thought, he's gone. I'm not bothered.
A bit sad that, because that was a good signing at the first.
Yeah, it was. He did quite well. But obviously I can't sign Stephen Finnan, and I need another right back, because I can't just rely on Mark Delaney, because the younger lads aren't quite good enough yet.
Here we go. I feel like this is building up.
So for a fee of £2 million, I went and signed Norwich City right back Darren Kenton.
Oh, yes. Yes. Get in. We had we'll have to give the listeners some reference here.
Yeah.
Like there was one afternoon years ago, we sat and played like a joint save on CMO 304 with Southampton, and Darren Kenton was our right back getting 9+ out of 10 every week. He was unreal. You
I
don't
just
beat
thought,
Darren Kenton.
you know, when like Triple H took over DX and he's like, you look to your heart and you look to your family, and then X-Pac came out. I kind of felt like that when Darren Kenton came up to the training ground and that. For $2 million to steal, because he'll get England caps soon. Also, Chelsea announced that Gianfranco Zola's contract is up in 6 months and he's rejected a new one at Chelsea. So, yeah, I offered him a contract and we'll see how that goes.
Oh my god.
Which I kind of thought, like, Teddy's on his last leg, so I could let Teddy go and bring in
Zola on his last legs.
Bring in Zola. You've got to have one in there. Every squad needs an old man. So that's pretty much my transfer business in January. So after the Darren Kenton signing, we have an away trip to Oxford City in the FA Cup. And, you know, I previously stated that I was just going to go, I'm not bothered, let's just play at the first hit. Yeah, that was gone. Reserves back in, and we go and get beat 1-0. Yeah, I played the reserves, which I really shouldn't have done.
Literally set you on a goal a year ago on game time, saying, I want to win the FA Cup, and you went out in the 3rd round,
Both times, yeah. I've just caved. I don't know why, but I just get this like, I don't know.
Man.
I just think I'm Alex Ferguson and I can just scrape ties with playing kids, but obviously I'm just not that good. Yeah, 1-0.
We've all been guilty of that, I'm sure, over various Football Manager saves. Like,
Well, in my notes I've wrote, played the kids and yet again bit me in the ass. 1-0, and the only goal of the game was by Leo Fortune West for Oxford. So,
oh my God.
The board did not take that very well. And after that follows the first semi-final of the League Cup against West Ham away at Upton Park. And a 1-1 draw, goals in the 83rd minute and the 88th minute. Matt Jansen in the 83rd, and then Frank Lampard in the 88th.
You take that though.
Yeah.
1-1 in the first leg.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's a close tie. It was actually, I had a sweat on because then I was like, right, I'm not going to win the FA Cup, so bollocks, I'm going to win the League Cup. I'm winning a cup. I'm winning Summit with this squad. I can't not. Because you boys are flying. So like, I need to do something here. I need to win something. Can't even win the Intertoto Cup, man. Back to the league fixtures. Away against Everton in the league, 2-2 draw. Keith Gillespie and Balakov with the goals for Everton, and Matt Jansen with the brace. Matt Jansen is so good on this game. Like, honestly, he's really good. Like, you have booed by not signing Matt Jansen for Parma, Jay. Like, he's quality. So, drop to 4th. So, league form's kind of going a little bit now. Form's starting to turn after the Oxford game. Man United league champions, Manchester United, Brazilian Ronaldo, Man United. Come to Villa Park and we go and get beat 3-1. Ronaldo with a hat-trick and Jansen with the goal for me. Hearts immediately after that game offered me £500,000 for Matt Holland, which I accepted. So he went, he's gone.
Oh, that's a shame.
Matt Holland, not only is he out the Ireland squad, he's out the Villa squad.
You must think you hate him.
I do.
He must hate you.
I don't hate you, eh?
Which, after that game, I noticed in the Man United squad, a certain someone was missing. So I checked the squad, and a certain Nicky Butt is agreed personal terms with Fiorentina. So I thought,
Nice.
we can't have Butty playing in Italy.
No.
And I've just lost a holding midfielder. So Nicky Butt signs for Aston Villa for a fee of £5.5 million. Just to shore up that midfield.
Of course he does.
I love that.
And he's straight in the side. Petrov does not know what's hit him. Gareth Barry doesn't even get a look in now.
So nerve Cupid.
Oh, man.
And then we're away down at Highbury against Arsenal. 1-1 draw. Ezekiel Gonzalez opens the scoring for Arsenal. And once again, super Matt Jansen bags for Aston Villa and get another draw. So
It must have been a fair few this season.
4 points from Arsenal is not bad this season. Immediately after that, it is the third round of the UEFA Cup draw. And, Jay Chopperley, getting all of his easy fixtures. I've had to go against the Greek champions. I've knocked out Deportivo La Coruna. And I only go and get drawn against AC fucking Milan. Oliver Bierhoff, Shevchenko, them boys, Maldini. I get them. Big Dion Dublin up top against Maldini. Costa Curta. Sound. So I was a bit deflated, but I was also chuffed because, Matt Jansen's going to get to go and play at the San Siro. Dion actually might make an England squad if he scores against them in Europe. So I'm thinking, come on, we can get a result off AC Milan here. And then after that, the world rankings get announced for the international football, and Ireland have gone up 4 places to 40th in the world. So
Go on, son.
Well done, mate.
I'm doing well, like. And then it is the second leg of the League Cup semi-finals at home at Villa Park versus West Ham.
Come on.
Come on, mate.
So
Up the Villa.
The Butt play. It's cup tied.
but cannot play. He's cup tied. He played in the earlier rounds for Man United. So obviously Petrov's back in. A tough battled game, but we eventually scrape a 3-0 win.
Scrape a 3-0.
So we're through. Moldovan bags and Matt Jansen gets a brace. And I've just seen my notes now. And the other semi-final tie was Leicester City versus Everton, and we're through to the final playing Everton.
Oh, that's
Nice.
that's a winnable cup final. That
So I was buzzing. To be fair, I was buzzing because especially after the Oxford game, I was a bit like, oh, God's sake!
Can't believe you blew that Oxford game.
Silverware's silverware. You can only win what's in front of you, I suppose. And then after that, we are back in the Premier League. Last game of January against Chelsea at home. And I think we've hit the booze a bit hard after the semi-final because we get beat 2-0. Gustavo Poyet and Dean Richards with an own goal. I can take it. I'm not really bothered now that I'm into a final. So January's ending league positions 5th. So we've dropped a bit, but we're into a final and we've got AC Milan in the UEFA Cup. And I've signed Nicky Butt, so I'm not bothered. So into February. First game of February is the third round, first leg tie versus AC Milan at Villa Park. Oliver Bierhoff opens the scoring to make it 1-0 for AC Milan. By the way, Carbone is back for this game after injury. And Dion Dublin makes it 1-1. So I'm like, right, just park the bus. I'm not bothered, just park the bus. And then we get a break, and that man, Matt Jansen, scores 2-1. Aston Villa 2, AC Milan 1. So that's the first leg done. Like, we're going to win the League Cup. We're going to win the League Cup. I'm going to win the UEFA Cup.
That's massive, that.
Oh, I was loving it. Like, who the hell at Oxford City? I'm not bothered. I just beat AC Milan.
Are you going to play 10-0-0 at Milan?
Well, there's no league game. So the next game is the away tie at the San Siro. So you just tell them, the lads in the dressing room, just play the game, not the occasion. Enjoy it while you're there. Lads, come on. It's the San Siro. You might never play in stadiums like this again. We're going to get dicked 4-0.
Sorry to laugh, but just
Shevchenko scores 3, and Oliver Bierhoff scores 1. 4-0. Southgate out.
FM sucked you in there.
Yeah,
Aye,
it did.
lads.
But I can happily say I've managed to beat an AC Milan side with a centre-back partnership of Dean Richards and Gareth Southgate. And not many people can say that. You know what I mean? Steve
Fair
Staunton
play.
at left back, so
Yeah, that's fair.
say what you want. So we're out the UEFA Cup, but the board are happy with me because they wanted me to get to the third round, and I didn't think I would, but we did. We got to the third round, and we beat Olympiacos, Deportivo, and AC Milan on the way there. So,
Had
every
some fun
cloud.
along the way.
Yeah, we did. We did. So just focusing on the league, Leeds away, 2-2 draw. Lee Bowyer opens a scoring for Leeds. Substitute left back Nabil Ghraib scores the equaliser. Craig Bellamy makes it 2-1 to Leeds. And then Dion Dublin scores to make it 2-2. But with 10 minutes to go, there's a crunching tackle from Jonathan Woodgate on Trevor Sinclair. And he's out for 3 weeks and he's going to miss the final.
Oh, no.
No way, TC.
No way.
I know, disappointed for Sinks, but also it's his own fault for getting in Woody's way. You're not gonna win 50-50s with Woody, man. You know what I mean?
I love how your loyalty to Jonathan Woodgate stems into Football Manager as well.
Yeah, I just want someone
Even
to
when
make
he injures your players.
I just want someone to make a bid for Southgate so I can accept it and sign him. So we follow up a Leeds draw and a little bit of a disappointment for Trevor Sinclair with a 3-2 defeat at home to Jose Mourinho's Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh, that's a minging result.
It is humping. Andy Booth with 2, Matt Jansen with 2, and then Richie Humphreys scores for Sheffield Wednesday. So as much as it was a throwback, still very disappointing.
It was a very 90s lineup of goal scorers there.
So the league's not going too well. So the final game of February is the League Cup final against Everton.
No way. I wasn't expecting that.
At Wembley Stadium. So my lineup for the final is 4-3-1-2, which is basically just a tight diamond. David James in goals, Mark Delaney right back, Richards, Southgate at centre back, Staunton at left back, Petrov in holding midfield, Wesley Sneijder on the right, Lionel Morgan on the left, Benito Carbone at the top of the diamond, and up front, Matt Jansen and the captain, Dion Dublin. I just swapped Sean Wright Phillips because I thought he was knackered, to be fair to him, but I thought Schneider's decent. So, and obviously Lionel Morgan's in because Sinks is injured. And gutted for Butty, mind, because he's cup tied, but it's his own fault, innit? So, in the 9th minute of the game, there's a through ball from Petrov in the 9th minute. Splits the Everton defence wide open. Schneider bags.
Yes.
For it to be called offside.
Oh, fuck off.
But in the 17th minute, there's a little bit of a play in the midfield. Nick Barmby slips through Kev Campbell. Kev Campbell dinks the keeper, and it's 1-0 to Everton. So I was I was fuming because I didn't think it was offside, but you've got to just carry on playing. 10 minutes later, Nick Barmby pops up, 2-0 Everton.
Oh my God.
So at this point, I'm close to punching the screen of the laptop, but I thought, no, I can't.
I can't do that again.
No, I can't do that again. 2-0 down. You just got to keep playing. So you just try whatever you got to do, motivate them with like the shout button and all that. And then just before half time, the 43rd minute, Wesley Sneijder pops up 2-1. That's 2-1 to Everton. And then straight off the kickoff, Carbone comes in with a crunching tackle, through ball, Janssen with the flick, the doob, 2-2, bang on half time. Like, right, get in here, the momentum's with us. Get here now. Dressing room, you know what to do. And then for the second half, I was absolutely on edge, like pure sweating, close to crying.
I'm sweating. My palms are pure sweaty. Listen to
And then 66th minute, Benito Carbone, bang, 3-2, Aston Villa. We get to the 70th minute. I'll bring on Super Teddy Sheringham.
Not heard of him for weeks.
Big game player.
And then that's it. I just completely forget that I've got another 2 subs. But I did make them in the end, but I can't remember who they are. But I have got a screenshot. We just parked the bus. We parked the bus and we go and win the League Cup.
Yes,
3-2.
mate.
Get in.
Oh, finally win some silverware.
Superb.
I didn't want
job.
Didn't want the League Cup, but I got the League Cup.
Love it.
But it's,
Oh,
I don't
that's
have to I don't have to qualify for the UEFA Cup next season either.
Yeah.
So,
You might finish top 4, yeah.
well, we're 7th in the league, so we might kick on a bit now that there's no FA Cup or UEFA Cup. And that's me. That's me for February, lads. We finished with a trophy.
Positive episode.
Yeah, I know. That was great. Like, everybody's flying. Nate's won a cup. I can't believe it, but he done the bottle job in the FA Cup again, mate.
Got Ireland to 40th in the world rankings. Do you ever get the feeling that we're just really good at Football Manager?
Honestly, I can't take much credit on my save with the players I've got.
I get the feeling that we're unreal at it.
Yeah. I'm having an absolute. I'm stuck on my Palermo save, on my proper save on the new one. I keep finishing the top 4. I've won the Italian Cup once, but I've had 4 seasons of just making the top 4. I want to win the league and then I'll stop playing it. But...
I really say I've just come to terms that I don't deal well with big players with egos.
I have too many saves on the new one. My Genoa one at the minute's going quite well.
I want to start save on the 76-77 database that the FM historical database on Twitter have made. But that'll be I'll have no idea where to go in terms of looking for players, so maybe just be a couple of seasons on that. But anyway,
Pleasure.
That's it. Yeah,
as per, done.
Nice to be back.
Absolutely.
Hopefully won't be another extended break after this, and we'll get something sorted to record soon. So thanks for listening. If you don't already, then please follow us on Twitter at Prawn Podcast, on Instagram at prawn_sandwich. It's been that long since I've said them that I was struggling to remember them there. Shout out to our sponsors, T7 Clothing and the Apple Tree Pub in Carlisle. So all the best, everybody. Keep sending us in your Football Manager saves and screenshots and chatting to us about Football Manager. And till next time.
Up the Villa.
Ciao.